We have drift car, we have truck and trailer, and today, or should I say this video at least, hopefully, if everything goes well, which it usually never does, hopefully we should actually finally be able to drive the S13 for its first track day ever. At least in my ownership, it's been through a lot, I'm sure, in its life. I'm really hoping this is going to be redemption for our last attempted Apple Valley Speedway day. That video was pretty much a disaster on all fronts. Completely my fault. Everything was too rushed. I didn't get to break in or check or test anything on the car before driving out there. This time around, hopefully, I've worked out all of the issues. We've done a couple, shakedown tests of sliding around in parking lots, having a bit of fun with it, and hopefully making sure it'll be okay for this weekend. Behold, pile of things that I feel like I should bring. Toolbox, which is mainly sockets and wrenches. We got miscellaneous pliers, needle noses, dikes, snippers, cutters, all sorts of things. Screwdrivers, flathead, Phillips, mallet, torque wrench, gloves, swivel head ratchet, engine oil, coolant, brake fluid, jack stands, jack, extra tires obviously, JB weld, because you never know. Multimeter, got that extra clutch line just in case. Impact. I got the my spare axles. This is the one that has the blown boot, but the joint itself is fine, so bringing those just as backups. Vacuum caps under there. This should be fine. You already know I'm gonna get there and need one thing, and it's gonna be the one thing I didn't bring, but hopefully someone will have something. Feeling good, double check everything. Cool, yeah. All right, car is loaded up. All right, let's get everything packed up. All right, I believe that is everything, hopefully, because we're actually going to be gone for a fair amount of time. Today's Thursday, so I'm leaving Thursday. We're going to be gone Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then home Monday. So we're gone for 5 days, which for a homebody like me that never leaves the house, that's a long time. We have the car. That is relatively important. You guys watch me load all this up. Bumper, ramps, all the stuff I already showed you. Some people make checklists that they check off. I just make YouTube videos and then tell you guys what I'm bringing, and then we see if I forget anything. Got all of our clothes, extra socks, extra underwear, because there's nothing worse than being stuck with sweaty socks. And then all of my camera stuff, meta glasses, coffee, laptop, tripod, all that good stuff. It's time. I don't know if you guys noticed, we also threw on the uber comfy driving fit. We got the kind of uncomfortably short shorts, socks and slides, and then a different t-shirt. And we're hoping that it doesn't rain, because it does kind of look like rain, and I'm not able to to close the windows on the 240 all the way, because it hits, and they're the manual one, so this is the best. I could probably reach in there, but we're gonna hope for the best. All right, it's not 8 hours, actually. It is 7 hours and 8 minutes, so just over 7 hours. And at least we're taking the Tundra this time. We're trailering the car. Last time I did this, I streeted the 240 there, and that was miserable, because that was before we fixed the AC. It was so loud, it was so hot and sweaty, but she made it. Give credit where credit's due. So this is gonna be much nicer, but that That is not gonna be much nicer whatsoever. Those kinda look like rain clouds coming up, and I really hope it doesn't start raining on me. And of course, it started raining. Nothing too bad though, it's just a quick couple of clouds that we went under, but the drive went really smooth. I mean, it's a terribly boring drive. There's nothing really cool to look at or anything. It took us a different route than last time, and we were just in the middle of the desert. There was nothing around us, no cars, no lights, no cities, no anything. But finally, we made it. Oh, we have arrived. Oh, what a drive, dude. I will say, though, being able to drive the truck and have AC, have music, it was nice. Still a long drive for sure, but like compared to driving the 240 out here, this was great. I'm exhausted, though. I gotta go get, like, checked in. Oh, we made it, and boy did it feel good to sleep. Last time I tried to drive ABS, we left later, so we got here later. We got here like a little after midnight, and that's when I realized that something was going on with my car, so we were in the parking lot, which is right... Oh no, it's that way. We were in that parking lot until like after 3 a.m. trying to troubleshoot my car, replacing sensors and whatnot. If you watched that video, you'll know that nothing worked. Got back to our hotel room like 3:30, 4 in the morning, and then had to wake up at 7 a.m. to get down to the track to drive, or in my case, to continue working on my car and not drive at all. God, that was not a great trip. This time, I slept in, woke up, got breakfast, got a coffee, got some work done on my laptop, got some editing done. Great morning. It is a little after 1 p.m. now, and I guess I haven't even like fully explained what is happening. Saturday, Sunday, which at the time of filming this is tomorrow and the next day, there's an event at Apple Valley Speedway that I'm going to be driving. But then today, which is Friday, there's like a pre-event with a lower driver count, but same group of people. But it starts later in the day. It starts at 3 p.m. and goes till 8, and then tomorrow I think is 10 to 10, and the day after that is 10 to 8, I want to say. Originally, I was going to leave this morning, and then I don't even know if I'd have time to check in, just go straight to the track. It all felt a little rushed. I did have work I had to do. So I bit the bullet and bought the hotel for an extra night in advance, and I am so glad I did, because I feel great. But it is about time. Well, let me give you a quick little hotel room tour. Bathroom, where bodily fluids come out of me. Bed. Countertop thing. There's my room tour. I'll show you the view. Beautiful Victorville desert view. There actually is a pool there that I might go check out because it's supposed to get hot. Yeah, I mean, I think it's time to go head to the track. There she is. She made it through the night. Oh, all right. Be good to me this weekend, huh? All right, what do we got? We got 26-minute drive. Not too bad at all. And we are off.
Monster on the beat, ho, deep, bo, deep, rap, nigga, yeah. So what's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry.
Then we flew to Island, see the roof Chris with 2 picks, got my shooters vibing. PO gave me a little cup and told me.
We made it, and now we gotta find a place to pit and unpack. This might make things easier. Alright, car is unloaded, got the bumper back on. First thing we're doing, before I forget, is cranking up that tire pressure, because we learned our lesson in the last video. I'm going like ridiculously high, because I'm on 235s on stock power. My homie is running the same setup as me, and he started at 60. So we're going all the way up to 60. And then we'll kind of just play it by ear and adjust accordingly. I should have got smaller tires. Or the more logical thing that I should have done is maybe we just have to turbo the S13 now. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. All right, there's one. All right, I gotta be able to slide now. It's starting to sound like the track's hot. Hey, I can probably do that. I guess it's time to get out there. All right, well, I would be lying if I were to say I'm not nervous. Only in the sense that it's my first time actually sliding this car, like aside from parking lots and whatnot. And it's my first time driving my car at AVS. Seems like a super cool group of people though, so hopefully they don't get too mad at me when I end up in the tire wall. Here goes nothing. No idea if you guys can hear anything I'm saying with the helmet on, but I guess I'll find that out when I get to editing. Good? I had a feeling that I wasn't going to enjoy editing this. I'm obviously back home now, I'm working on this video, and I'm not enjoying editing this. I have just about 8 hours of driving footage, of just in-car driving footage. And the problem is, it's the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. It's very similar to skateboarding if you're learning a trick where you just try it over and over and over until you get the result you want, which to me, I'm having a great time. Going through this footage, it just looks like the same thing over and over and over again. Throughout this entire video, just keep in mind that this is the very, very, very compressed version of about 8 hours of actual driving footage. So I guess let's just get started with day one. My first lap was just me familiarizing myself with the track. I was pretty much grip driving the entire thing. I think on one of the corners, I dumped the clutch just to get the car sideways a little bit and warm up the tires. But for the most part, I was just feeling out the track and seeing it in real life. I have some hours at AVS on the racing sim at home, like the computer version of it, and it is actually surprisingly accurate, but obviously it's still different in real life, so I wanted to just feel it out. After that, I was having the mental dilemma of, in the sim, you just go for it. You just huck third gear as fast as you can. If you go into the tire wall, there's no consequences because it's a video game. And my brain was so used to doing that, but then it also realized that, like, hey, this is real life. There are consequences. This is a 3-day event. You don't want to ruin your car on the first day. Like, let's maybe take it easy. So I was doing these little half-ass second gear entries, just feeling everything out, seeing how the car actually drives and responds to inputs, feeling the track conditions, just sort of everything. I'm taking in all the information. Day one alone, I have hours and hours and hours of footage. So I'm doing my best to compile this into at least somewhat entertaining footage. At the end of the day, I'm really just driving in circles for 8 hours all day long, but it's really, really, really fun for me. But I'm also aware that it may not be the most exciting content. Slowly but surely, though, my confidence was building a little bit, and I was finally able to try some third gear entries, which obviously I spun out the first couple of tries. But after that, I was able to get some that I was pretty content with for my first time ever driving AVS. So here's some of my favorites from day one. As you can tell from those clips, I'm not even worried about linking the rest of the track yet. I'm really just trying to get the entry of turn one dialed and consistent. And even editing this footage, I'm realizing that, like, yeah, every single clip looks relatively the same. So to me, I'm having the time of my life for all day, you know, multiple hours per day. But watching the clips, it's literally the same turn for hours and hours and hours. So I'm doing my best to make it somewhat engaging. If I got an entry that I was stoked on, like you see in this clip here, I would try to link the rest of the track, but I wanted to preserve my tires and not burn through them unnecessarily. Again, I was really just trying to get that first turn dialed, and then it was time to check up on the car and see how she's doing.
Oh, my poor clutch!
Quick little just maintenance check. Make sure there's not fluids squirting everywhere in my engine bay. Did I not open it? I could have swore you just watched me open it. Nope, I didn't. Oh, you know what I did? I pulled that now, didn't I? Yes, that I did. Definitely a little bit of power steering fluid boiling over. But aside from that, everything is looking a-okay. Yeah, sick. We're good. Unfortunately, this is probably the most fun I've ever had driving my car. I say unfortunately because it's really far and it costs a lot of money and gas to get here. All right, it's loud. Let me do like a little recap in the truck so you guys can hear me. Okay. See, I returned the other Meta glasses and I got these ones. I feel like these ones look a little more normal on my face. Like these look a little bit just like regular sunglasses. I don't really think I'm a sunglasses guy. Like I just look weird. But it's bright out, so I'm wearing them. It literally feels like I'm playing Assetto Corsa. like it feels like a video game, except way more fun. The first, like 5 laps or so were pretty rough. I was just super nervous and super hesitant. And even though I have been driving the S13 for a while now and just doing donuts in parking lots and whatnot, I understand that it's underpowered compared to the Turbo S14. And even that's like low power. That makes like around 200, we think. I haven't dynoed it. But I am used to being able to like give it gas and the wheels will spin. And you can't really do that with the S13. It's just clutch kick, clutch kick, clutch kick. So once I was kind of able to get that through my head and I started committing to like 3rd gear entries on the first turn, it's still like a coin flip if I'm gonna spin out or not on the first turn. I do not feel confident, like I'm not ready to run tandems or anything yet. It still feels like a complete gamble. But the couple that I have got decent, like I think that last one before I pulled the pits, that was my best one yet. I was actually pretty stoked on that one. I meant to bring like a cheek mount for the, I don't have the GoPros in the S13, but so the GoPro mounts here on the helmet, so it's kind of like a point of view, but I left the piece that I need in my hotel room, so we're gonna save that for days 2 and 3. I think for today, I'm just gonna alternate between, you know, different GoPro angles in the cabin. I might toss the 360 cam on the back. I just don't trust it that much. I don't want my camera flying off and them having to stop the track. Maybe if there's like no one on track, I'll toss it on there. I don't mean to say this like being rude, but I am focusing much more on just having fun than I am on the content today. Oh, but it is so fun, dude. It feels so good to finally be able to drive this car. All of the months of hard work we put in this car is finally paying off. The rest of day one, I mean honestly the rest of the entire trip, but we're talking about day one right now. The rest of day one went pretty much as expected, just more of the same. Again, I was really only focusing on the entry of turn 1, which is why the majority of the clips you're watching are just that one turn, the very beginning right after the straight. I really just wanted to get comfortable with that initiation because it was still relatively 50-50. Half the time I would just spin out either into the dirt or just over rotate, and half the time I would get a somewhat decent entry, and I wanted to be more consistent. So very similar to skateboarding or any action sports, which I think is why I'm so drawn to drifting. It's just trial and error over and over and over again. Again, I'll just pick and choose a couple clips that I was kind of stoked on for day one, and you can sit back and enjoy if you're enjoying so far. After a solid first day of driving, the sun began to set, and I very quickly learned that when the sun sets, you can't see anything. Like, the sun is blinding you on entries. That's when I decided to call it a day. I threw the 360 cam on for the last run of the day because my homie got in the car. I just wanted to huck one. It really didn't go very well. All right, day one is a wrap. It is 8:07. Track went cold at 8. It's nice out here when the when the sun sets. There's a little bit there, like when the sun's setting behind the mountains over there, or before it sets, where you can't see anything. Like you are driving straight toward the sun, you can't see anything. On that last one, my homie was in the car, and I was just like, oh, I'm gonna send him. I'm gonna go as fast as I can. I was expecting to go. Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't go into the tire wall. Actually, I was expecting to go into the tire wall. Once I got back on track, the car was like, and like almost as if I thought track was cold. It felt like I bent my wheel, but I was like, dude, there's no way I bent my wheel because all I hit was sand. Turns out I just shredded the tire. So, perfect timing because it was the last lap of the day. The car held up absolutely beautifully. Literally zero issues with the car whatsoever. Temps read fine, not a drop of fluid besides power steering fluid. It actually feels really good. Like better than I expected, to be honest. So I'm gonna get everything packed up. God, it's so loud. All right, the car and the trailer are staying here. I'm taking the truck back to the hotel. Oh, what a day, I'm tired. And you guessed it, typical me forgetting to be a YouTuber. I literally didn't film anything. I went to sleep, woke up the next morning, got to the track, and started driving. Day 2 was super similar to day 1. The only difference is that I went into it with a little more confidence, which was cool. I was going straight to third gear entries. I wasn't flicking as hard as I'd like they were kind of weak entries, but I was doing it, which felt cool. I remembered to bring the little cheek GoPro mount that I was talking about, so I got this cool POV shot that personally I enjoy more than the roof suction cup. Again, it really is just more of the same. It is the most repetitive thing that could possibly be filmed. And today was even longer. Today was 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. So it was a full 12-hour day of driving, and the entire day was just spent driving. I was trying to get as much seat time in as possible, really just focusing on that entry again. Obviously, feel free to skip around or skip through this video if you find it terribly boring, but I'm just gonna include some of the clips that I was stoked on from day 2. About halfway through the day, around peak desert heat, I made the very miserable decision to head back to the hotel for a quick intermission. I've been too focused on driving and having fun, which I'm not even gonna apologize for, because I'm driving and having fun. Content comes second. At least like a day like this, just finally being able to drive my car feels so like I'm just gonna drive my car. Where I was going with that though is we're taking, dude, my eyes burn. We're taking a quick intermission, somewhat against my will. I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with the 75 hard challenge. I've done it once before because I got bigger. I got up to 200 pounds. So I did 75 hard the first time, maybe like around a year ago. I'm doing it again, more so for like mental. It's good. It's like a reset. It's really good for you mentally and physically. No nicotine, no alcohol. Read 10 pages of a book, a nonfiction book. I'm altering mine a little bit. So I think the actual 75 hard one is 2 45-minute workouts per day. I'm doing 1 45-minute workout and then also 100 push-ups per day, and then picking a diet and sticking to it. You can Google it if you care. Where I'm going with that is that I am on day 63, 62 or 63. We're so close to being done, and I can think of very few things that I want to do less right now than leave the track to go put on my running shoes and go run in 93-degree heat in the middle of the desert. But I am either determined or stubborn, however you want to put it, and I'm not going to fail. So we're heading back to the hotel for a bit to go run for 45 minutes. It's 4 p.m. right now, so it's like peak desert heat. But the track's cold at 10 p.m. today, so I'm hoping that I'll get my run done, I'll get back to the track, and still have some driving time. And then we still have tomorrow, too. Figured I'd keep you guys up to date, even though I'm slacking on content, which kind of sucks, but I'm having fun, and that doesn't suck. Oh, it feels so nice in here. I cannot put into words how bad I don't want to go for a run right now. Oh. Okay. God, this is gonna suck. All right, I'll keep checking in every mile or so. It's gonna be a short one. I think I'm just gonna go for like 4 miles, maybe a little bit more. Just a light, slow pace, and see how far we can get in 45 minutes. Just hit mile 1, 8 minutes, 41 seconds. And as expected, I am hating every second of this. Just hit mile 2, found a little bit of shade thanks to this wall, but still not enjoying it. Would much rather be drifting or really doing anything else besides what I'm doing right now. See you guys at mile 3. Just hit mile 3. We're still sub 9-minute pace, which is actually faster than I thought. Did I mention that I'm hating this? Because I am. Just hit mile 4. 9:06 pace, so we're getting slower, probably because it feels like my body is shutting down slowly. We're well over halfway. I didn't really think it through, because the faster you run, the more miles you'll do. I'm not going for miles, I'm going for minutes. I need 45 minutes for this stupid 75 hard challenge. We got 9 minutes left. We're heading back to the hotel. Mile 5, 8:31. I don't know why I'm going so fast, dude. We got like 45 seconds left. The hotel is behind me, but I had to turn around because I wasn't at 45 minutes yet. So now, take me home. Oh my God. Okay, we made it. I need a cold shower. I feel better now that I took a shower. Oh man. Okay, can you guys see that? It's 6:05 right now. Again, track's cold at 10 today. I am extremely tired. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna stay till 10. Maybe I will. We'll see. I'm looking at myself on the screen. I look so drained. It's a good drain. I am having a lot of fun. I'm glad I win. It's already a success. Like today's the second day. Day 1 was a huge success. Day 2, today's been great. Cars held up absolutely beautiful. The only thing holding me back is my own driving at this point. But like car wise, everything's feeling perfect. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep working on my consistency on turn 1, because I'd like to. I've never done tandems in real life. I've never drifted with anybody, and I want to feel a little bit more in control and work on my consistency and work up to that. I'm fine, ruining my car, but I don't want to do some stupid mistake and have someone else pay for it with their car, so I'm not ready yet. Unless it's like a close homie of mine, but I came alone to this event. So back to the desert. Well, we're in the desert. Back to the track. Back to the middle of the desert. There she is. We are back. Once I got back, we just had some more driving. The sun started to set, and then today went later. So day 2 actually went till 10 p.m. So the sun fully set. And I knew that AVS had lights, but I thought the lights were bright. They're not bright in the least, and I was having a rough time. I was able to get one entry where I didn't just spin into the sand, and that was it. And then directly after that, I flicked in and felt something weird, and I got back to pits, and sure enough, my front tire, the driver's side, had completely debeaded. I kind of expected this to happen earlier because of how stretched my front tires were, but sure enough, the tire guy had left for the day, so that was a wrap for day 2. Oh, day 3. Day 3 did not go good. Day 3 was not a good day. I got to the track in the morning, I went over to the tire guy, and he remounted my tire that had debeaded the previous night. First lap of the day, I flick in and something feels wrong. Sure enough, I get back to pits and the tire debeaded again. I went back to the tire guy, got it remounted, up the PSI a little bit. I was running like 45, 50 PSI in the front because they're so stretched to keep them from debeading. Second lap in, front tire debeaded again. My brand new wheel was, it's not looking good. Went to the tire guy, got the tire remounted, flick in, tire debeads again. I'm not quite sure why the first 2 days at the same PSI, the same stretch, everything was totally fine, like no issues, and then day 3, just it wouldn't happen. The original plan was to drive all day on day 3, stay the night at the hotel, and leave the following morning, but I figured I'd take this as my sign to just leave the desert, get back home, catch up on some work that I was going to be behind if I stayed an extra day. So day 3 was cut super short. I actually didn't get a single lap in. I think I tried doing 3 laps and on entry every single time the tire debeaded. Made the 7 or 8 hour drive home, and then we made it home. Just like that, we made it back home, and the sun is still out, kind of. It's what, 8:45 p.m. and the sun's still out. I got so used to winter where it got dark at like 4:15 p.m. Great car, great truck, great trip. I'm tired. I have a lot of editing to do, and I'm not looking forward to it. I'll see you guys tomorrow, I think. Oh, good morning. I feel fresher than I look. I have not shaved since I got home. I've just been editing dude, going through that footage was not fun. It's a lot of footage. But I didn't unload or anything yesterday. I just got home and showered and went to bed and then woke up and started editing. So I want to get the car off the trailer. What a good truck, man. What a good car, too. I mean, we had the tire issue that I was talking about, but that's pretty much completely unrelated to the actual, like, performance of the car. The engine, completely fine, at least to my knowledge. Like, I'll check the oil once we get the car off the trailer. But dude, I mean, most of you guys have been watching this channel from the beginning. For the past 3 or 4 months, like, we have been building the S13 engine. Like, that is my first engine I have ever built, and I touched every little single part of that engine. And the fact that we were able to just beat on this thing all day for 3 days straight is a success. You know what I mean? That is hands down a success. And then the truck, obviously, fantastic tow rig, despite the absurd amount of gas that thing consumes. Despite the whole tire mishap on day 3, this was like overwhelming success. This makes up for the disaster of our first attempt at ABS. So let's get this thing off. Oh, I hate when I hate when I leave or I go places and I don't clean before I leave. Because now I walk into a messy shop, and there's no one to blame except for myself. I miss that sound. Well, that's somewhat interesting. This just came off of my car from somewhere, but I don't know what. Like, it looks like a rubber grommet, but like, where could that be? Oh, I have an idea. How much you want to bet that? Yep. Okay. So I was afraid of that. That's where that little rubber grommet came from. I'm gonna save it for the next video where I want to actually get the car up on the lift and do a full kind of evaluation of how the car actually held up for its first track day. Oh, I didn't even notice that. So yeah, I'm curious to look under the car and see how we're looking. I wanted to a little further explain what was going on with the front tires, because I absolutely roasted this wheel when the tire kept debeating, because I was just like driving on the actual rim. I had mentioned that every time the tire would debead, I would go back to the tire guy, he'd remount it, it would debead again. I tried playing with the PSI, I tried raising it, I tried lowering it. I don't think lowering it would help, but I had tried raising it, nothing helped, so I didn't film it. But before I called it a day, I tried putting the 235s on the front. Because I'm running 18-inch wheels all the way around, there's a lot of clearance issues on an S chassis running a big wheel like that. That's why the majority of people either run a staggered setup with like 18s in the rear, 17s in the front, or similar to the S14, just 17s all around. This is actually my first time running 18s all the way around, just because my homie gave me a good deal on these wheels. But due to the clearance issues, I was running a 215, which is a really a narrow tire. And when you stretch it, because these are 9.5 inches wide, when you stretch a 215 that wide, the sidewall is super angled, which helps with clearance, if that makes any sense. And the reason that I was running such a stretched front tire is pretty much the only way that I would have been able to drive with 18s on the front. But when I kept debeating, I was like, screw it, let's just try mounting the 235s and see, what we can get away with. I even went through, I hammered everything in there. Like, I hammered all of the seams, I hammered the wheel wells in there. But I mean, I can even show you right now, if we start the car and we go, let's just turn all the way to the left, right? I'm already hitting, and that is barely any angle whatsoever. You can see we are just we're contacting just about everything on that side of the wheel well, and it would have rubbed through the harness if I tried driving like that, so I didn't even bother trying to drive with these. And that's when I called it a day, because the 215s kept debeating, the 235s are way too big. So what I did decide is that the S14, if you guys remember, the S14 has been in the body shop for about a month now, I think. The homie just sent me some pictures of it. It is good as new. It's obviously primed right now, so it's gonna need a fresh paint job, but like the body lines and everything are pristine again, which is awesome. I'm picking that up this week, and the S14 is on 17s all the way around. It's on R34 GTR wheels. So my plan is to just stagger both cars. So I'll do these, the Graham Light 18s in the rear and the GTR wheels in the front of both cars. So then I'll be able to run these fronts on the rear of the S14 and then the 17s on the front of this. That should give me all the clearance that I need. And then I can run a way less stretched tire too. I can run 235s in the front comfortably. That's really the only issue that we ran into at the track, was just strictly tire related. Again, sorry, I'm just so beat still. The desert heat takes it out of you, man. And not to mention like hours and hours and hours of driving on top of that. It's draining. Next video, we'll do a full evaluation on how the car actually held up, because I think it did great, but we'll see if, I don't think there's any damage, but we'll check. I was going through the YouTube Studio app this morning, and we got channel members. We have our first channel members, so I get to have credits on screen saying thank you to you guys. And then I'm gonna personally say thank you to you guys. That's cool. I appreciate you guys appreciating me. It's a cool feeling as a creator. I said this already, but we finally have a success. A W in the books, boys. As long as everything held up and the car's looking good once we get up on the lift, I'm trying to do that again, sooner than later. I gotta get my practice on the sim and try to run some tandems and learn how to actually do that without totaling other people's cars. We did it, boys! Hell yeah! Thank you for watching and supporting and just following along on this journey. It's fun. I think that's the best way that I can put it. It's like I legitimately enjoy creating content for this channel, and the fact that it's received so well, like I see nothing but positive comments, and we're building such a really cool community here. It is, I think that the word I'm looking for is like fulfilling. I enjoy it, and thank you. Appreciate you all for being here. I will catch you next episode, and I think that's all she wrote for this video. Catch you guys next time. Peace out.